Intro first, remember?
No.
Jesus. Okay, hi, we're back. I have an autism sensory video playing up there, and it's really nice. My skin looks a lot more... I don't look pasty white this time. Like, I look red. Maybe it's because I was just laughing really hard at Jordan.
I said he looks amused.
Oh, I thought you said he already muted himself.
No.
Why are you so angry? He's given up. Okay, so this video, it is 9:47 p.m. Central Time. You don't need to know what time zone I'm in, but you do now. I have a subscriber send-in story, and they requested that I read this with Carly and Jordan, who are right there. But he said that he thinks that he can make all of us laugh, and so he wanted me to read it while on FaceTime with you guys. So, you ready? Jordan, are you ready? He's giving us a silent treatment. I'll give you the topic of what it's about. It's about firefighters.
Oh, no.
I want you to say the first word that pops into your mind when you hear firefighter.
Penguin.
What?
Mustache.
I had the same one as Jordan. So it's called The Case of the Missing Treats, and now you guys can mute yourselves. Unless you can handle being quiet. My grandpa was a firefighter for 33 years, and during those 33 years he saw a lot of fires and accidents in a lot of different places, many of which stuck with him for the rest of his life in the form of PTSD. One of those days he remembered the most was Sunday, April 28th, 1974. That day would come to be known as Black Sunday. Too bad it wasn't on a Friday, eh? Otherwise, I could make a joke about shopping. The fire station had a rotating schedule of people who were supposed to work a 24-hour shift every Sunday. And whenever it was my grandpa's turn for that 24-hour shift, the rest of the boys would be waiting with their bibs and appetites at the ready. My grandma's cooking was the stuff that legends are made of, and every weekend she would get busy in the kitchen making a veritable cornucopia of desserts for my grandpa to take into the station with him. This Sunday they were particularly enthusiastic because my grandma had cooked 2 of her most famous desserts. Apparently, she had even used her best dishes for the occasion too. My grandpa's cooking was famous too because he made the best spaghetti and meatballs. Thumbs up if you like spaghetti and meatballs. Unfortunately for the station, those bibs and appetites would have to be replaced with firefighting gear very quickly. That spring was abnormally hot and dry. Combine that with lots of kids going out to play and you get a lot of grass fires. I gotta stop right now because I gotta say a little story. When I was little, and by little I mean like 14, I found a thing of matches in my house and I went to the backyard behind the walnut tree and I got a bunch of dead grass and I would just light it on fire. Their first call was at a tire factory. A grass fire had spread into the factory's warehouse. It would take over 4 hours to put this fire out. They returned to the station, did their standard replacement and clearing of the equipment, and were promptly called out to another fire. And that was the theme for the entire day. Every time they tried to eat, they would get called out again. That doesn't sound fun. It was during the umpteenth fire that day, this time at a grocery store, when disaster struck. The boys returned from that fire 5 hours later and discovered that someone had broken into the fire station while they were gone. Luckily, none of the expensive equipment was stolen. They did steal my grandma's desserts right out of the fridge. Their first thought was that it was an inside job. Maybe someone from another fire station who heard of my grandma's cooking. Who knows? Nobody ever confessed to the crime. The biggest concern was my grandma's dishes. They felt so bad they went out and bought replacement dishes, which my grandma would use for the rest of her life. There were no hard feelings and the desserts would still roll in every Sunday. Even though nobody in the fire station confessed to stealing the desserts, they did have another suspect. There was a police station right across the street. The two departments never got along, so it was a lot of blaming fingers pointed in that direction. However, that was never proven either, so the case remains unsolved. Some firefighters dubbed that day Black Sunday because of the fires. However, others dubbed it Black Sunday because of my grandma's desserts getting stolen. Those poor firefighters.
That would suck if there was like if you were having beef with the freaking police station, like across the street. Like, I'd be so mad. I'd be
Right?
so mad if I put out fires all day long and was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go eat some good food and some pie, and then I got there and there was no pie.
And the fact that this was literally a true story.
Nobody thought security cameras.
I mean, it was also, what, 33 years ago?
74?
Yeah, they didn't.
3 years ago.
Lights, outside, cameras.
74 was like 50 years ago, Abby.
It says my grandpa. Okay. I mean.
Born in 1974 are in their 30s? Because that's not how it works.
I'm 53.
My dad graduated in 1974 and he's almost 70.
My dad graduated in 1977. Jordan.
Was your dad born 59?
Yep. How'd you like that story, buddy?
I blame the dog.
There was no dog in this movie.
They don't have a suspect.
So you're blaming a dog that may or may not exist?
He said dog like it was a fact.
Broken Steve.
Steve? Your microwave?
No, my microwave. I don't know what I called it.
You called it Steve.
Well, it's not crunchy. It's dented Steve.
Because I dented it with my elbow. I would just like everyone to know that Jordan has been throwing a temper tantrum since we got on the phone.
Literally.
Because he's out of vape juice, and it's a tragedy to him.
He's having a freaking man tantrum. It's a little ridiculous.
It's kind of funny, though.
You stop vaping for 2 days and then tell me you're not going to have a man tantrum.
I got pregnant 3 times and stopped smoking cigarettes for 2 of them and stopped vaping for the 3rd.
Nope.
So go ahead and tell me about how you need nicotine.
I've never vaped, so I don't have that problem. And yesterday, Jordan tried comparing it to caffeine. He was like, you try going a whole day without caffeine. And I was like, I do. Quite often. It's not that hard.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Jordan, take a deep breath and shut up.
Okay, now we got a part 2.
Okay.
So, y'all can mute yourselves again. Just the ever so slowly getting up and being like... Did you just invert yourself?
Did I?
Yeah, you like, you just did it again. What are you doing?
Not inverting for me. I was gonna put a note on my screen, but I was thought it would be a video.
You just... You just kept flipping back and forth. We have time for another story. This one comes from the infamous Terry. The spring-loaded casket lid? Yeah, that's him. He paid us a visit and told us the funniest tale. He was at a car show that weekend. Carly, I just saw you flip back around again. That night, the temperature plummeted to below freezing. As a result, the morning came with a thick layer of frost coating everything. Terry was out walking that morning, and through the frost he spotted some car parts he wanted to buy. He approached a guy sitting nearby and asked for the price. He told Terry it wasn't his stuff and it belonged to his friend Bob. What is it with me and the name Bob in my stories lately? LOL. Anyways, the guy went to a nearby van and opened up the doors. Inside the van, you could see a sleeping bag with a human-shaped lump in it and a pair of pants in one corner. The guy called out, "Bob?" No answer. "Bob?" Still no answer. "Bob!" This happened several more times, with the guy yelling louder each time until the guy got a horrified look on his face and cried out, "Oh my God, I think he's dead." So Terry says, "Well, just reach in there and shake him awake." To which the guy gets even more upset, saying, "No, I'm not touching that." He's completely freaking out at this point. It was during this time when someone else walked up. It was Bob. It turns out he went to the bathroom and put on his spare pair of pants. The sleeping bag just happened to retain his shape. We didn't finish the story because we were too busy laughing, but I would love to have seen the look on the guy's face when he looked over and saw Bob alive. That's all for now. Take care.
I about died when he said, "He's dead. We'll shake him away."
Did the baby have any commentary?
No.
I thought you were still muted, and I was like, bro.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to say something and he never did. Well, he did, but he didn't. What do y'all give those stories?
I'll give the first one a 7. And I'd be pretty mad if I didn't get any pie.
So you're giving it a mad 7.
And then the second one, I'd give it an 8 because it made me giggle.
The hearty giggles. So a giggling 8. Okay, pretty boy, what's yours?
Pretty boy. First one was good. Second one was good, but the second one was kind of more of like, it was a bit freaky. He could have been that guy. Who knows?
Jimmy John's Freaky Fast.
Jimmy Jordan's. Jordine Jimmy's.
There was something I was gonna
Who the fuck
say.
said that? Why are you shaking your head?
I don't think he remembers.
I didn't even close to that.
Yes, yesterday you said, was it yesterday?
No, it was Friday.
You said Jordine Jimmy's, and then we were like, what?
Did I have a stroke?
Huh?
Was I having a stroke?
Because you said something about Jimmy Dean's, but, like, I was talking about Jimmy Dean's, and then you were like, Jordine Jimmy's, and we were like, what?
He was so far beyond tired that day, too.
Was I having a stroke? That was a great story, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. That's not going in the video, I just needed to tell you that. Can you not be a little bitch?
Sorry, Mom.
Not you. He was like you look like one of those fucking circus monkeys.
This is what's going on inside of his head at all times.
I will fucking pull up.
No, you won't. This has very quickly gone from reading 2 stories to a roasting Jordan.
That's my favorite part of the day.
It's my favorite activity.
What's it? Nothing.
Huh? You say you don't like sniffing nothing?
He said, "What's new? Nothing." Oh, he's sniffing something all right. Booty holes.
Oh, that's gonna bother me.
Sniffing booty holes?
No, okay, so I got this notebook.
I'm going out Kurt Cobain style. That's it.
Getting murdered and having it covered up as a suicide?
No, I'm actually gonna, no.
I'm actually gonna no.
Go to bed.
I'm not tired!
But I got this notebook, and it's got like it's like a 3-subject notebook.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like the pages that have like a pocket in it for a little folder. This one's upside down.
What the hell?
That's it. The second one is fine, but the first one's upside down, and now I'm not gonna be able to freaking use it. Anchor.
I thought you said anchor for a minute. I was like, we're not on a boat.
Anchorman. Ron Burgundy.
Berg. Okay, so like and comment and subscribe. Tell me that my TV looks pretty because it's pretty.
Here she goes, searching for external validation. Am I not manly enough for you?
You're too manly for me, Sonny. Okay, so I'll see you guys in another video. If you want to send in your stories, they don't have to...
One of the Beatles.
You want to what?
You just started talking like one of the Beatles. You're like, okay, guys.
Okay, at first... Are you proud of me, Mom?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you have a quarter on your head?
No, it's Jordan's guitar pick.